My name is Thomas Evans. I'm the IT manager here at Mindgrub, and I'm here to talk to you today about social engineering. I forgot my phone. Can I borrow your phone?
Yes.
Thank you. I actually didn't need this phone at all. It's a nice phone though. Thank you for that. That's a simple example of trust being required for social engineering. Since I work here with these fine people at Mindgrub, they trust me, and that phone was very easy to get. Now, if you're outside an organization, to gain trust is a little more complex. So I'm going to give you an example of how an outsider can gain trust from your organization and gain some personal information, maybe some money, or maybe some proprietary documents. So come on. So if I'm an attacker and I want to get information from this company, my first bet is going to go to their website. Their website has information about who works there. For example, I find this is the COO. This person probably has the information I'm looking for. I don't really know anything about this person, but I bet they have a social media account. So I'm going to follow that trail, and luckily it links directly from their website. So I'm in, and I see that they were at an event 2 days ago. Well, also on their website, I found out that Ted is a new events employee. Well, Ted doesn't have any credentials. He doesn't know anybody at the company yet. So I'm going to call Ted. I'm going to say I had a lovely time at their event the other night, and I enjoyed meeting my target. But unfortunately, I lost his business card, and I don't have his phone number, and I don't have his email anymore, so I'm going to ask Ted for that information. Well, luckily, Ted is looking to give me all the information I need because he thinks I'm going to provide business. He's new there. He doesn't really know what information he should or should not give out. Well, I keep talking to Ted. Ted tells me about the executive assistant of the COO, so I know who that is. I have his email, I have his phone number, and Ted's told me a little bit about their culture and how they communicate, so I can use that information to move up the chain. I can talk to someone a little more senior than Ted. I can use the information he gave me to talk to people that are at the same level as Ted to get even more information. I can go back and forth. Eventually, I'm going to be able to perform an attack against my target. Now, that wasn't a very complex method to get any information. I didn't have to break a firewall. I didn't have to break in. All I had to do was gather information that was publicly hosted on the internet and use that to get more information and build that trust level up. So unfortunately, we can't install firewalls in employees' brains yet, but we can train. And training is the best way to prevent something like this. So the easiest thing to train is to teach people to question who they're talking to, why they're sharing data, and should they share data. This is going to be the best way to prevent this kind of attack. Because if Ted knows that he shouldn't give out information, or if he questions me on the phone, I'm stopped there dead in my tracks. I can't use him as an option anymore. And another method Ted could use, if I had been an internal employee complaining to Ted, he could have gone and reached out to me other than email or phone or in a chat program and be like, hey, do you actually need this information? Do you really need help? And if I obviously don't have that access, Ted would have immediately found out I wasn't supposed to be there. So that's a pretty basic way to prevent social engineering. Thanks.